Following a horrific car accident that left fans in shock and hoping for a miracle, Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt is fighting for his life tonight. Just outside of Huntsville, Alabama, Martell's opulent car reportedly collided violently with a bridge barrier.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
According to witnesses, the car was speeding when it abruptly lost control and crashed horribly into the barrier. Emergency personnel raced to the scene in a matter of minutes, but what they discovered was devastating. It required specialized rescue equipment to extricate Martell from the wreckage of his nearly totaled car. Martell is currently unconscious in the intensive care unit of a nearby hospital, suffering from severe injuries and facial trauma. Doctors are working around the clock to stabilize him, and the next 48 hours could be crucial, according to family sources. All the information you require about what transpired and what lies ahead for the reality TV star is being broken down here, from eyewitness reports to Martell's convoluted journey. Let's first return to the terrifying highway outside, though, where it all began. It all happened just after 5 o'clock in the evening on a busy highway that veered around the outskirts of Huntsville, Alabama, which is Martell Holt's hometown. Milestone is the same road he used to take to return home from college. Several witnesses claim that Martell's opulent SUV was moving quickly and swerving between lanes as though there had been a serious malfunction. It was described by a driver who stopped to offer assistance. It looked like the car just lost control, then it slammed into the bridge. The car abruptly swerved to the right in that moment, barreling straight into a concrete barrier that was holding up a small overpass. The front end was torn apart by the impact and debris flew in all directions. Behind Martell, drivers applied severe brakes. Some swerved onto the shoulder, while others froze in shock, unable to turn their heads. A few seconds later, onlookers dialed 911. Given the afternoon traffic, the response time of fire trucks and ambulances was remarkably quick, arriving in less than 5 minutes. Firefighters and paramedics collaborated to evaluate the wreck and secure the area as smoke rose from the engine. Police officers steered stunned drivers away from the scene. Martell was found slumped in the driver's seat, trapped by twisted metal by rescue personnel. To prevent further harm, they carefully cut away steel as they pried open the door frame using the jaws of life and other specialized tools. Later, one firefighter recalled that the SUV was nearly total, with the windshield broken and the roof buckled. Martell was eventually hoisted onto a stretcher and taken to a nearby level 1 trauma center. All eyes were focused on the hospital and the heartbreaking news that followed as the wrecked car was removed from the scene. Doctors were waiting in the emergency bay when Martell got to the hospital, and he was wheeled back to the intensive care unit right away. According to family sources, he has numerous fractures and severe facial and torso bruising, and he is still unconscious. He was put on a ventilator to help him breathe after CT scans showed internal injuries that needed ongoing care. At his bedside, nurses and specialists have kept a 24-hour watch. According to one staff member, Martell's vital signs have been erratic. A common expression in intensive care unit jargon that emphasizes how serious his condition. Another emergency intervention could be necessary at any time if there is a drop in oxygen levels or a spike in blood pressure. The Holt family asked fans to remember Martell in their prayers in a heartfelt statement they released late last night. During this very trying time, we kindly ask that everyone remember Martell in their prayers and thoughts. Because he is a fighter, we still have hope that he will recover. Despite that hope, medical professionals have cautioned that the next 48 hours are crucial to stabilize his internal injuries and make sure there isn't any hidden bleeding. They need time. More details regarding Martell's protracted recuperation or the possibility of more severe complications will become available with every hour that goes by. In the hospital chapel, friends and former co-stars have been quietly congregating, lighting candles, and reminiscing about Martell's generosity and sense of humor. Fans, meanwhile, have organized vigils well into the night using memorial hashtags and online prayer chains. Even in quiet, their combined support serves as a reminder of the profound influence Martell has had on countless lives. Many fans can't help but think back on Martell's life and the difficult path that led him to this point while they hold their breath. Martell Holt, the youngest of 3 siblings, was born on January 4, 1982 in Huntsville, Alabama. He was raised in a family and displayed early ambition by captaining his high school basketball team and winning science fairs in middle school. Martell attended Alabama A&M University to obtain a degree in education after graduating from Lee High School. Equipped with his degree, he returned to teaching middle school in Huntsville's public schools with the intention of motivating the upcoming generation. He gained respect from coworkers and students who appreciated his enthusiasm and sincere concern as he stood in front of classrooms for a number of years with lesson plans in hand. Martell decided on entrepreneurship and real estate, but by 2009, he was drawn to more ambitious goals. He quit teaching to co-found an LLC that specialized in building homes and restoring properties. He threw himself into the real estate industry with his then-wife Melody, managing construction crews, flipping homes, and establishing a reputation for doing high-quality work. Within a few years, Martell's business gained a reputation for transforming rundown properties into elegant residences throughout North Alabama. He started speaking at regional business gatherings, offering helpful advice on project management, funding, and networking. His bank account and confidence both increased, and the groundwork for even greater opportunities was laid. Then in 2019, the producers of Love and Marriage received a phone call that would alter everything. Melody and Martell were intended to be a part of Huntsville's main cast. The goal of the show was to depict the highs and lows of prosperous African-American couples who managed to juggle their relationships, families, and businesses. Martell's charisma was evident from the first episode, whether he was discussing parenting styles with Melody or negotiating a construction deal. His combination of drive, humor, and vulnerability resonated with the audience. All of a sudden, Martell Holt was more than just a local businessman. He was well known and frequently featured in magazines, talk show appearances, and social media mentions. However, as the cameras rolled, fame wasn't all glamour and flash. At the height of their on-screen success, Martell's personal life started to take shape. Rumors surfaced that Martell had cheated in late 2020. The couple confirmed in early 2021 what fans had feared: Martell's affair had caused an irreversible rift between them. Social media users who had previously applauded the power couple felt taken by surprise when they announced their split. Melody revealed her heartbreak and opened confessions on camera, while Martell acknowledged his errors and begged for forgiveness. A relationship that had enthralled thousands of people came to an end when their divorce was finalized in the middle of 2021. Martell was arrested on domestic violence charges in May 2024 after an alleged altercation with a former romantic partner. Just when it looked like he might recover, the reality star turned businessman unexpectedly found himself facing 3 counts of domestic abuse and harassing communications. Despite the lack of specifics, sponsors halted collaborations and even some cast members distanced themselves as a result of the public outcry and the long-lasting impact the news had on his career. Martell apologized and emphasized that he was working with the authorities in a statement, but the harm to his reputation had already been done. Martell and Melody's argument over custody of their 4 children became another news story which fueled the flames. In the early seasons of the show, the couple had decided to share custody, but persistent trust issues made courtroom arguments a hot topic of conversation. Martell's lawyers argued that he was merely battling for equitable visitation, but Melody's legal team accused him of breaking custody orders. Supporters took sides in the comments sections and kept a close eye on every court update. These conflicts were more than just legal annoyances for Martell. They went right to the core of his identity as a father. Martell was still committed to rebuilding in spite of everything, but now he has suffered an unanticipated setback from fate. As soon as the news broke, fans flooded Instagram with supportive and hopeful messages, and prayers for Martell began to trend. "Nobody deserves this, regardless of what has happened in the past," someone commented. "I'm currently praying fervently for Martell and his family. This just broke my heart," said another. "I've spent years following his journey. His children are in need of him. Please, Lord, get him through this." "You can say whatever you want about Martell, but he's still a human being," a third-person writer wrote. "He has made mistakes, but if he perseveres, I hope this marks a turning point in his life." In a brief statement, Martell's former co-stars also expressed their support, stating, "We're keeping Martell and his family in our thoughts." As a reminder of Martell's strength, fans have been retrieving their favorite clips and snippets of him encouraging his team on marriage and love, giving business advice, or laughing with Melody. One thing is certain, while everyone waits for updates, this is about a man, a father, and a fighter, not just a TV personality. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this story, and leave a comment below with your best wishes for Martell.